Oh, for fuck. Good afternoon, everyone. I thought this video, I haven't made one in like so long. I wonder if you guys can sit there. That's probably better. I haven't made a video in so long, and there's a pretty good reason for that. I haven't wanted to work on the cars because I'm just over it. I'm gonna tell you guys a little story. Today, I got up for work, the old job that I currently have at the moment, and I came downstairs and I brought my turbo keys, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go jump in the turbo, go to work. Got down there and I'm like, oh, that's right, my turbo's in pieces and currently is making a weird knocking noise from the back and straight pipe. That's probably not a great way to start. If you guys didn't know about the turbo at the moment, I'm currently halfway through filming a video about the exhaust until I couldn't get the new exhaust on and it won't actually fit through the hole that it's supposed to go to. So yeah, I can't do anything about that at the moment. So I went back upstairs and I got my keys for my NA, came back downstairs, jumped in the NA, even though it's got absolutely no aircon for another unknown reason I don't know. I'm just like, okay, I have to get to work. There's about 25 minutes left before I get to work and it takes about half an hour to drive to work. I'm like, okay, rightio. Jumped in this car, put the keys in, started it, and it went, yeah, it was flat. So anyway, I yelled and screamed a little bit, and yeah, I jumped back outside the car, went upstairs, went to go grab my go-kart, couldn't find my go-kart for the bus, found it after about, I don't know, however long, 15 minutes later, got to the bus stop. Buses were late, managed to get to work about 10 minutes late. Nailed it. Anyway, that's the story of how I own 2 cars and none of them work. Anyway, today is finally the day. I have a job interview tomorrow. I need this car to work tomorrow. So I definitely have to get this car working tonight. I don't know what's draining the battery, whether it's, I'm not quite sure what's draining it. So we're gonna find out tonight. We're gonna fix up the ICC, we're gonna get the aircon working, and we're also gonna get rid of these dash beers that are in this car and swap them over with the turbo, and maybe do the seats if we can. But yeah, apart from that, we need to get this car started. So let's get a jump start. Yeah, thanks man. Ooh. Hello, look at all these people with their non-gas struts.
See that? See that in there? Turbo space.
Why haven't you done it yet, Caden?
All I can remember is red on dead.
What?
Yeah.
That one?
Yeah.
Goes on the positive. That one goes in the negative.
Yeah.
If you don't do that, both of our cars are fucked.
Do I need to turn the car off?
No.
No?
No, you leave it on. Did you trust me?
Red on...
What do you mean red on? What does dead mean?
There's a thing to it. Red on dead, red on donor.
How about red on red, black on black? Is that easy to remember?
Isn't there an order you have to do it in?
Red first,
Yeah.
positive first, at everything.
Red off this one?
Mm-hmm. You're good, it won't zap you. It's got no current going through it. Thanks, man.
Yeah. But always, all that electricity stuff always freaks.
I agree, because that's like 12 volts straight through you. Yeah.
Give you a little fright.
It lives. Sweet, I'll move out the way for you. Oh yeah. Have fun with that.
Oh, easy.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, you're talking to the park.
Look at this. The parking god. Look at this. This is a massive car. I managed to get it in there. So I managed to get the NA started. I just want to charge up the battery a little bit because obviously I have a job interview tomorrow and I do not want this car to not be working. So I'm just gonna leave it running for a little bit whilst I do some other stuff which I've wanted to do for a while. So let's get this thing off real quickly. And I'm hoping that right there will go into the new car tonight. Alright, so also just while the car's running at the moment, I just wanted to explain the issue that I've been having with the NA at the moment. Alright, so if we just come into here, you guys can see that the ICC, the screen's working, everything's working perfectly. However, I can't actually change, you probably can't see. That's me changing the aircon, this is me changing the radio. I don't know why this camera's being weird today. It's me changing the radio, nothing works. And also you can notice, obviously when you put the lights on, Everything does everything it's supposed to do there. The screen does what it's supposed to. However, none of these buttons do anything. So I have probably done something with the wiring. If not, I've probably destroyed or cut out the computer behind here. Very annoying. I'm gonna fix it up tonight. So yeah, let's do it. So first thing we're gonna do, rip this out, and we're gonna put the spare one that I have sitting just over there. We're gonna put that in here and yeah, see if that fixes the issue. So the issue with the ICC could be a number of things. It could have been the fact that I didn't disconnect the battery long enough before I disconnected the ICC. It could be a loose connection. It could be the fact that when I was handling it on the ground, I could have done something or rotated it the wrong way, because they're so temperamental, those whole screen areas. So yeah, I mean, we're just gonna have to keep looking for different things it could be and find out. Alright, so this right here is the small ICC unit that I was talking about, and if we move our way around, you guys can see at the back here, this is the computer of the entire unit. This is what you need to keep between the two cars. This is what you need to swap over between all the cars. This is actually the bit here that I actually believe at the moment has gone wrong with the car. So what we're going to do, we're going to try and swap this out between the other ICC that I have. Yeah, maybe, hopefully, it's just a simple connection that I missed, but we'll find out. Okay, so literally just as I was looking at this one here, if you come down here, I just wiggled this wire and it fell straight out. So that is exactly why my buttons weren't working. Let's put that in and see how it goes. So hopefully you guys can see all this now. I've just put the ICC back together, as you can see, and that plug is definitely back in. So now what we're going to do is we are going to, I'll quickly show you before I put it in. There's like these little slides on the side there, and what they do is they go into two little rails. So you can see, if I just quickly put it onto a rail right now, there you go, so I can pretty much hold it with one hand. And if I just slide it back, so as you guys can see right now, the ICC is just sitting here at the moment. Make sure all the wires are out the way at the top and the bottom, and all you can do from here is just slide it straight back, and it'll just literally slot straight into place like that. So now what we'll do, we will connect all the wires back up at the top here. Alright, now that that plug's back in the back anyway, that's all sitting in there. What we're going to do is we're going to go around to the front, turn the connect the battery back up, and see if the aircon and all the buttons still work. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put the car into accessories. Excellent, audio code error, that's completely fine. That happens every single time when you first turn on this. Alright, so lights on. Hey, look at all that. It's all working. Alright, so now we'll start the car and see if we have air conditioning, which should be nice. Start button down here, press start. So you started that first go. Alright, now here's to praying that we have aircon. Feels like we do. VNA is coming together, guys. It's coming together. I'm so happy that I didn't have to spend any extra money to get that working. So happy, so happy. Alright, so another thing I'm going to do while I'm here as well, is going to quickly turn the lights on. And I'll also put the light up here so you guys can see that. I'm also going to take out this dash beer here. Alright, so as you guys can see, I'm going to take out this dash beer right here. It's fairly straightforward. Unlock the steering wheel at the bottom here, taking the wheel, sliding it down, and then we're going to lock it back up in place. And then I had a trim removal tool just sitting straight in here, and we're just going to pop out the bottom of the spears. Alright, so there's one. Alright, now over this side here as well. And just try and pull out as much as you can from the bottom without breaking any of these spears. You don't want to break them. So this one here is kind of odd. It kind of like pulls out this way. So you try and sort of pull it out from the bottom first. It's very annoying, this one. Alright, and that's that one out. Let's go put these in the turbo. Alright, so I've just done a couple of things in both the cars just to make them a little bit cleaner at the moment. I'm about to start the dash spear on this side here, which this one here on the turbo, because it's never been removed before, you actually have to drop this entire assembly here, and there's two little bolts that pretty much go in right there. So you have to drop this whole lot here and remove the entire assembly, and then you can actually get in behind there. I believe it's two 10 mils that sit right there. It's very annoying. However, you must remember to put them back in, which I didn't do in the NA. You must remember to always put these back in, because if you ever get into an accident and you have a passenger and the airbag goes off, this dash spear will come straight into their face, and I could imagine that probably wouldn't be a great day. But yeah, always remember to put those two bolts back in. I know a lot of people don't, but I'm definitely going to do it this time. Yeah, so all you have to do pretty much is remove this little hook here. Also, another really good little feature, or another good tip, is to always check your cabin filter here, which is this one right here. So if you just quickly wobble it and pull it out like that there, you should see that this right here is going to be disgusting. Ooh, so I've been breathing that in. It's like a eucalyptus air freshener. Disgusting. I might go wash that out later. That's feral. Around here you guys can see there's like a Phillips head there. There's Phillips heads all up through there. You have to remove about 8 or 9 of them just to remove this assembly here. And then you can get the two 8mm bolts or 10mm bolts out of here and then take this off. Easy. To be honest, getting it out of here should probably be enough. And I'll see if I can show you the little bolts up the back. So I don't know if you guys can see just up there. That's there's two little bolts. You have to get those out. So I figured out these bolts in the back are both 8mm bolts. So go me. Boom. That's what you have to get out right there. I'm guessing that one's going to be it. I'm hoping. Yep. Oh, I almost tightened it back up. Alright, there's the second one. Alrighty. So if you guys are wondering how to do that, that's actually with an 8mm, and I just grabbed a whole heap of extensions. Alrighty, so now under it, pry straight out. These bits here in the corner are a little bit annoying too. You have to sort of like pull them out straight, otherwise they crack. Excellent, that's how to get that one off. Alright, so first of all we'll start by putting these carbon dash spears back into the proper car, which is the turbo. Alright, now for these dash spears back into the NA. On the beat. Boom, so now the dash spears, the silver ones are back where they belong in the NA. Don't they just look mighty fine? We come along to the turbo over here, we open her up, and there you have it. Some beautiful carbon dash spears. I'm so happy this is finally done. This is like one thing that I've wanted to do for so long in this car, but never had a chance to get around to it. Now I feel that these two cars are really coming along into their own. And the NA is looking very NA-like, ready to get sold. And the turbo is looking very turbo-like, ready to get some more power. So there's still a few things that I do want to get done between these two cars before I end up putting the NA up for sale. Tonight we managed to get the dash spears done, which was like one of the top things on my priorities list at the moment. I also managed to get the NA working with the ICC and with the aircon and everything, so now that car really performs like it should do. So now the only real things I need to do with this car before it is properly up for sale is I need to get the paint all sorted, all the front of the car. I need to get this all sorted. I want to get it buffed so it doesn't look like this for the new owner. I also need to get an ICC hat for it. I need to get rid of my dash cam and put it into this car here. I also need to buy some wheels because at the moment these right here are Blake's Lux Pack G6E wheels, and I must admit they are amazing. The other thing I also want to do is I also want to do an interior swap. So that's should be fairly simple. This seat here, and also coming around to the back. I want to also get all those seats swapped out with the other car. Not too big of an issue. Another thing I also want to do is I also want to get these kick plates here that say XR on them. I definitely need them in my car. And then I might just end up doing a full day where I just end up swapping the best bits from this car here onto the turbo and just making sure that my turbo is the perfect car. The other thing I also have to do is around on the driver's side. I also have to change out the lock in this car here because this car's lock is still in that door, and the NA's lock is still in the turbo, and that's come into here. That should be a pretty simple setup. I've done it before in a B series, so all you have to do is take this panel off and then you can pretty much reach inside and take out the mechanism. That should be fairly straightforward. But apart from that, these cars have really taken shape. So I'm so glad that I've managed to do most of this stuff all by myself, like the panel swap with me and a few friends. I managed to do pretty much all the interior all by myself. Suspension and everything I got done professionally to make sure that this car was always going to be up to par, and make sure that the suspension's all set up properly. Wheels are done, panels done, tint on the rear windows also been done. Oh, the only thing I really have to do to this car now to make sure that it was pretty much the same as this car is wiring up the headlights and also wiring up the dash cam. Apart from that, this turbo is pretty much ready to go. The only things I'll be swapping between the two cars is stuff that I feel like is clean enough to go from this car here to that car there. Apart from that, my two cars are pretty much coming, well, the NA is coming to the end of its life. Well, with me anyway, but I'm sure that one of you guys will happily take this car on. I'm really gonna miss this car. I really am. Alright, so your job is to let me know how far I can get back here.
Oh, really?
Now we could roll it, or we could start it up straight piped. I kind of want to start it up. So hold this for me.
One is wrong, and the other is also wrong.
So it would be no fun to just roll it back while it's straight piped. So I'll just flick around really quickly. Now the exhaust is also dumped at the diff.
I think so. Holy crap.
You hear the turbo?
I understand why cars have mufflers now.
Can you smell that? My lips are dry.
Well, I'm glad I'm having that later. Quite loud.
Sure is, eh? That's insane, eh?
Oh, hi me.
Yeah, so that's a straight piped FG. I cannot drive that. There is no way I'm driving that.
Oh no.
Apparently I have to take it up to North Lakes to go get it fixed.
Why do you have to go there?
For Gene to put the rear or the rear section of the exhaust back in.
Oh, you took it out, didn't you?
I haven't taken it out yet.
Oh.
I've taken the exhaust off.
Oh, right.
I haven't got the new one back on.
Right.
And then the new exhaust is a mid-muffler delete, which means it's a straight pipe section that dumps at the diff. So I now have to drive it to North Lakes, so it's going to sound like that when I drive it to North Lakes.
But you also can't drive it.
Wait for the next video, guys. Or I get pulled over by cops and get completely and utterly destroyed. I reckon the cars are green.
Bloody dress thing. Right now they're blue.
The front of that one there's blue. The rest of it's
That's
green.
blue. The front of that's green. We'll never know.
Let us know in the comments, guys.
And on that terrible disappointment.
And on that terrible disappointment, it's time to end. Thank you so much for watching. Good night. So, what was your take on the straight pipe turbo?
I completely understand why mufflers exist.
And are you coming for a ride up to North Lakes?
Might need the turbo ASX to tow you.
We need to Evo turbo swap, engine swap your ASX.
Yeah. Supercharge and turbo. Put in a curse system there as well.
Super turbo.
Yeah.
Alright.
Super turbo slash hybrid.
Slash hybrid, slash Tesla, slash
All-wheel drive.
all-wheel drive, gas powered, super turbo.
Oh, not gas powered, no.
Of course, E10. Sorry. Yeah, sorry, my bad. Anyway, see you upstairs, mate. So before this camera dies, I thought I'd quickly give you an update on everything that's currently wrong with the turbo and the reason that I cannot drive it at the moment, and probably for another 2 weeks. So the reason we just started that thing up straight piped is because I took out the exhaust from the car, which was the stock exhaust, and I actually had a X-Force 3.5-inch system sitting down there, and I picked it up. I picked up the 3.5-inch exhaust the other day and decided to try and put it in myself. I ended up getting rid of the stock exhaust, but then I put in half of the turbo, half of the new X-Force exhaust, and it just didn't fit. And unfortunately, because I did take off the stock exhaust, and what I had to do was I had to cut the rear section. I don't know if you guys can see it. I had to cut the rear section down there, and so I cannot fit the stock exhaust back on it. So currently the car is in a state where it's got half an exhaust on it, which, because it was an X-Force mid-muffler delete, it's got half the exhaust, it's straight piped. And I have to take it all the way up to North Lake so I can get Jean to try and put the exhaust in, because I've dealt with it for hours and I was making a video of it and I just got frustrated and just cannot do it. Now the other thing that's also going wrong with the turbo at the moment is it did have a knock at the back. This was the same knock that occurred in my NA when I had all the stuff done, including like the coilovers and stuff. It seems to be an issue revolving around how tight the coilovers are, so I'm gonna have to double check all that before I do anything. But I'm gonna get Jean to do all that to make sure it's all done properly as well, because even though I know how to put parts on, I probably don't know how to do it very good. Alrighty guys, so that's the current situation on both the cars, and I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. It was definitely really good that a lot of things worked out in my favor tonight. Recently I've been sort of losing it for both the cars simply because stuff just keeps breaking, it doesn't feel like it's clean at all. Both the cars don't feel like they're clean, and that's annoying for me because I can't really fall in love with a Falcon unless it's like, you know, really up to my standards. So I'm really glad that everything worked out today. Both the cars are really starting to take shape, and I'm super happy that they are, because it makes me love the cars so much more. But yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed the video, and if you did, remember to leave a like. Remember to comment down below if the cars are green or blue. They're green in person. On camera they're blue. Trust me. Anyway guys, I hope you really enjoyed the video, and I will see you all later. Peace out.